There we go. Oh. Let's see. Got it. Nice. Okay. Sick. Hell yeah. That's what's up. Cool. Can I pop that out too? Too bad. So I just do this. That's what's up. Alright. Well, looks like we will be doing some music in a moment here. Give me like give me like 5 minutes. I'm actually not taking a shit, but I'm just gonna put that here. Oh, yeah, yeah. Not really. That actually worked out in my favor. Easier way to look at that shit. Just go to the stream itself. First, we're gonna smoke some weed. Let's do these. I gotta turn that off for this. Yeah, I gotta turn that off for this. Now we'll turn on. Actually, don't I produce on the right side usually? Sorry, there's a lot of setup that I gotta do here. for now. Oh yeah. I'll just put on the fucking YouTube video on here for now. 1 second. Maybe I should do that too. Motherfucker. I might actually need to turn on the light for this. Sounds like it's doing too bad.
Said no. Sabo then asked to pick the girl up. She then said that her parents were home, so that wouldn't be a good idea. She said that she could see on Snapchat, because it'll show your location if you share it, that Sabo was near her home. The teenager then asked the officer what his, quote, goal was, to which he replied, it could be just friends, it could be a relationship, it could be just hookup buddies. Now, again, we're talking about a member of law enforcement, and we're talking about a girl under the age of 18. Sabo then doubled down on having a, quote, surprise for this underage girl, and then he sent her a picture of his penis, according to the case records that we received in this Freedom of Information Act request. She then said that she tried to keep the conversation normal after that, maybe getting him off the topic that he seems to be just pressing over and over and over again. But according to the case files, the officer continued to send pictures of that part of his body. She says that he sent between 2 and 5 explicit photos to her. Now, the girl admitted that she had sent Sabo a picture of herself without clothes on after Sabo continued to push and told her to, quote, break the rules after she said she previously got in trouble with her parents for sending explicit photos in the past. Sabo said, quote, it's attractive when girls break the rules. Sabo then messaged her through the night, and he told her that he could stop by when he got off work from the police department. She said that she couldn't, and then the next day he unfollowed her.
Can you maybe fix these a little bit, tighten down on me?
bit of rolling on there today.
Yeah.
Policy says we gotta leave them on like this till we get everything figured out, okay?
No, you're good, man. I get it.
And then after that, we'll...
Did they take my mom, though? Where'd she go?
No, she's still here.
I don't see her.
She's in the other car.
I've never been, like, this is crazy.
Testing, 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 testing. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing, testing. Perfect. Testing.
Yeah, they're right over here, buddy. We just moved it.
So the search warrant's for the house.
Correct.
We'll get you unhooked here in a minute.
Perfect.
And your parents, you hang tight. It's cold out here. Once he drops the stuff off at the house, we'll cuff you in the front. We'll go back to the PD. We'll have a conversation, all right? Let you know a little more about what's going on.
It appears after he graduated high school, he enlisted in the Marines. Here's a picture that he shared on his Facebook account of him being in the Marines. Then he also posted in 2021 about getting a promotion while he was in the service. Now, all of that publicly makes it seem like this is a stand-up guy. But court records show that the reason he left the Marines was other than an honorable discharge. He was listed as going AWOL between October and November of 2021. Then how about this for a reference? When he applied to a sheriff's office in Ohio, his sergeant in the Marines said, quote, "No way I can see him as a cop. I cannot endorse him to move forward. He would be a liability." Then another police department that he appears to have worked for said that he lied on his resume for not marking down if he had ever been fired from a job or that he had a disorderly conduct conviction. So during a psych evaluation, you also have a doctor who said, quote, "Compared to a police officer candidate group, Mr. Sabo reported a comparatively high level of physical aggressive behavior for a police officer candidate." Another police department marked him as, quote, "poor," when asked if he was trustworthy. He also said that the reason he went AWOL from the Marines was because of the COVID vaccine, which they also say wasn't true. They say the reason that he actually went AWOL from the Marines and was less than honorably discharged was because he wanted to be with a girlfriend.
Is everyone going to the PD?
No.
Just me?
Yeah, just you.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
You got shoes somewhere, Austin?
Yeah, I mean, right there in the front, there's Nikes.
Nike's right in the front.
What are they going in there and doing all that for?
They got a search warrant for the property. Again, I don't want to say anything that it's not our investigation.
What does it have any, like...
The SWAT team was just utilized, so as part of the SWAT team, obviously we come out with them. And then with as many people that were in the house, they asked for us to put you in the car so you can do one.
Yep.
So I'm going to where to talk to him?
Probably back to the police department.
So it seems that Sabo kept the story that he had no idea what was going on until he didn't. The arresting officer writes, quote, "I explained that there were allegations that he had been recently chatting with and sending pictures to underage people on social media. Mr. Sabo appeared surprised and replied, "What?" I explained that in the course of investigating the complaint, I had developed probable cause that led to the search warrant for his residence being granted. Sabo said he had no idea why someone would accuse him of that kind of crime, but he then said he, quote, quick added 4 people on Snapchat the previous night and that those were the only 4 girls that he had on Snapchat. He then said, quote, I literally don't have any females on Snapchat at all. He then said that it is the only means of communication he uses. Now, when asked about how quick adding someone works on Snapchat, Sabo replied, to be honest with you, I have no idea how Snapchat works with that. He also said that he is a dad to a little girl.
It's just wild. You know, I don't have no care for any other person in this world as far as girls go, and it's just like, I want my family back, you know, and it sucks living an hour and a half away. I feel like I'm missing so much of short life already. It's been 4 months and I feel like I never see her. You know, if we were just together like we were, I'd see her every day, even if it was for a little bit. I'd come home from work, see her, go, you know, before work, see her.
Court documents say that he listed girl dad on his profile because he doesn't like hiding the fact that he's older.
Oh yeah.
This guy's a
like
genius
I said,
with that
I get
stuff.
home and I stay here and play the game, dude. I don't do nothing else. I got a kid now, so I just...
Yeah, what's going on with that? You weren't married to her, right?
No.
She was down in, what, New London?
New London, yeah.
Is she up here now?
No, we're not together.
You're not together?
Mm-hmm. It's kind of last
How long's that been going on?
few months. It's been pretty... Just turned 4 months old.
Yeah.
We need to clarify.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
And it's just been real rough on me lately mentally. That dude, like not being able to be with her, and she lives like an hour and a half from here roughly. So it's like I can only. And
What happened? Just disagreeing?
Yeah, really. And my truck's. I can't just drive to New
down
London.
there. What are you making an hour at Walbridge?
Like $20. So, but I just started, so
And are you full time or part time?
part-time currently, but my FTO ends December 20th. And they're obviously kind of fast-tracking me a little bit more.
Now, it seems like Officer Sabo is talking this big game, even though he is new on the force. And then we obviously went through his personnel file that shows so many red flags about who he is and people who came forward in the review process that said he wouldn't be a good idea to be hired by a police department. And according to the court records that we have related to this case, when his police chief was told that he was being looked at for sending explicit images to underage girls, the police chief allegedly said that he was already planning to let Sabo go that day. Now, Sabo told investigators that he had not exchanged nude images with anyone for multiple years, and the women that he did exchange them with were of age. Now, remember, police were going to get everything on this phone, and that includes messages and images that Sabo may have thought he deleted. Sabo then made a disturbing statement after this interrogation has gone on and law enforcement have continued to press him on what they already know. The statement is, quote, I will be honest, not within the last 2 years or so, people send you pictures, you know, and what's a male's first instinct? You're going to be like, holy expletive. Especially, you know, 17-year-olds look maybe 20. With Snapchat, you look at someone's bio and they don't have the first expletive thing they send you is a picture. Now, Sabo told the officers that he had no idea that the girl was 17 years old until after she sent him a nude picture, but police told him they thought he was lying. And remember, they have all the messages, they have the timelines of what this communication was. Police say that before he was taken away in that police cruiser and interrogated, Sabo told his mom outside their home that he did send nude images to a 17-year-old girl. Sabo then asked if the 17-year-old was going to get into trouble, and the officer responded that she wouldn't. The officer who's investigating Sabo said that Sabo was the adult, and also he's a police officer, and he should know better. Now, these explicit images, as I said, it's not the only secret that this man was hiding, because this story ends up being big news in the Toledo area. Everybody starts to know the name Austin Sabo, this police officer who is already accused of a terrible crime. And days later, on November 28th, this story got even more disturbing. And this is where we get to that other twisted secret that he kept. Austin's arrest makes the news, and a woman called after she saw this news story, and she said that her daughter had been victimized by Sabo 5 years prior in 2019. And she says her daughter was 12 years old at the time. The woman said that she had contacted another local sheriff's office, but charges were never filed. Police allege that Sabo, who would have been about 18 at the time, had sex with the 12-year-old after they had talked online. So you can see that this appeared to be a very strong case against this police officer who was about to be a former police officer. In March of this year, Austin Sabo pleaded guilty to the rape of a 12-year-old girl, illegal use of a minor or impaired person in nudity-oriented material or performance, sexual battery, unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, 3 counts of illegal use of a minor or impaired person in nudity-oriented material performance, unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, and disseminating matter harmful to juveniles. Now, this was actually less than the 25 charges he initially faced. The judge threw the book at him when it came to sentencing. Sabo was sentenced to 28 and a half years to 34 years in prison. And if and when he gets out, he must also register as a Tier 3 sex offender, which requires him to register in person with a local sheriff's office every 90 days for the rest of his life. That will do it for On the Case, presented by Law and Crime. Subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify, and we're also now streaming on Peacock. I'm Chris Stewart. We'll see you next time.
This one's awesome.
Imagine you're having a meeting with your 2 bosses at work. You've been working for about a year, and recently you advocated on your own behalf to get a raise. You informed the higher-ups that you have improved productivity, worked exceptionally hard, and should be rewarded with a better position and better pay. You arrive at the meeting a bit early, only to be greeted with one of the bosses that you were expecting. This is someone you are familiar with, someone you get along with incredibly well, and who you feel on a certain level is your friend. They tell you that the other boss, who is their boss, be rewarded with a better position and because of other meetings, and you get to talking. They ask you how your day is going, and you establish an overall friendly rapport.
Dude, what is that fucking internet, bro?
This is someone you are familiar with, someone you get along with incredibly well, and who you feel on a certain level is your friend. They tell you that the other boss, who is their boss, be rewarded with a better position and because of other meetings, and you get to talking. Compliment you on the work that you've done, and say that they put in a good word for you for the raise, because they agree. You've worked really hard, and you made their life easier. You talk about some shared interests you have, like sports or Parcheesi, and you begin to feel like they are really on your side. But then the second boss comes in. They seem irritable, like they're already in a bad mood. And this is a person you aren't incredibly familiar with. They have never worked one-on-one with you. And the moment they come in, the mood seems to chill. Immediately, they begin to question you. Why do you think you deserve this raise? Why do you feel like you've done more than your peers? What makes you believe that you've earned such a steep pay increase? It's clear that the second person has no intention of giving you the raise you believed you earned. And during this confrontation, you begin to get a bit stressed out. All the points you had outlined as being reasons you should get the raise now seem trivial and stupid, and they counter those statements, making you feel like you should have never asked for the raise in the first place. But then the first boss comes to your defense ever so slightly. They say, well, maybe the first raise you asked for is a bit extreme, but surely a smaller, less significant raise would be better. And instead of a change of position, perhaps you would be open to taking on more responsibility without a direct change in title. You can shadow them and take over some of their daily tasks, which, though won't immediately turn into a new position, could open you up to future opportunities. You immediately accept this, feeling as though your immediate manager just really stuck their neck out for you. Sure, they weren't able to get you the deal that you wanted, but they did the best they could against their boss. who seems like a meaner, more negative force. You were lucky to have them there, really. You are completely unaware that you have just been manipulated using the good cop, bad cop routine, and you have, unknowingly, agreed to accept a minimal pay increase so that you can take on more responsibilities without getting any of the credit. You agreed to take on their job for less than half their pay, and you are thanking them for it. In today's case, we will be examining one demonstration of the good cop, bad cop technique, used ironically against a cop, although whether or not it was successful is still up for debate. Welcome back to another episode of Dreading, or if this is your first time here, welcome. Today we are going to be covering the case of Jalen Fleer. This case came suggested by multiple of our subscribers, and if there is a case you would like to see dissected in the same way, feel free to leave it in the comments down below, or email me at dreading.official@gmail.com. Before I begin, I want to say a quick thank you, as there's when I made this channel and began uploading in January, my goal was to create content that went over cases while also staying respectful to the victims, and it's my hope that I have done that. I've learned countless things about audio, video editing, and production that I never would have had a chance to learn otherwise, so I'm extremely grateful. I also hired on my brother to help me write scripts, and this video was written by him, and none of that would have been possible without your support, so thank you. With all of that said, let us begin. Finding information on who Jalen Fleer was prior to his arrest was a bit difficult. From what I was able to gather from his old high school's and college's social media, he was an average student who was a slightly above average baseball player. He seemed like just a run-of-the-mill person, with no one saying anything particularly notable about him. Though he was not good enough to make it into major or minor leagues, he played baseball through high school and college, and for a while seemed to dedicate himself to the sport. However, after graduating and finding that he had no professional prospects, he decided to become a police officer, and it was in this position that Jalen began to approach multiple young girls between the ages of 9 and 15 and send them inappropriate messages via the app Snapchat. Using the app, he would meet these children and assault them sexually. Jalen believed he would be protected by his title and status, and used his badge to put himself above the law. He also believed he was protected by the app he used to meet minors. Snapchat is known for deleting the messages, pictures, and videos sent between its users, and notifying the other party when a message has been saved and screenshotted. The material that was sent would immediately be deleted, making it a favorite amongst predators. Adults like Jalen could send lewd and lascivious messages to multiple accounts, with the understanding that the photos would immediately be deleted by the app, unless he was notified otherwise. These photos and images would not be accessible by any third party after a span of 24 hours. And since the app's initial launch, it has been the subject of criticism in multiple investigations like the one we are about to go over. According to court documents, Jalen used Snapchat to initiate contact with dozens of girls between the ages of 9 and 14 for the purpose of soliciting sex during a 2-week period in March and April of 2020. In his Snapchat messages, Fleer used graphic sexual language, sent photos of his erect penis, and offered to pay money for sex with minors. He also identified himself as a sheriff's deputy and sent photos of himself in uniform. Like many who abuse their positions of power over children, his repeated showcasing of his job to his victims was meant to assert a level of dominance over them. When you are 9 years old, you are taught to respect authority, and that policemen and women are there to protect you. If you were to get lost in a crowd, when you see a badge, you immediately feel safe asking them for help. It's not something that you, a 9-year-old, would ever think to question, which is why Jalen was so upfront about his job. He wanted the children he was preying on to know what he did. That way they would feel as if it couldn't have been wrong, because a policeman wouldn't do such a thing. The court documents continue, stating that for one of the victims of the charged offenses, a 14-year-old girl, Jane Doe 1, Fleer arranged to pick her up at her house, drove her to a nearby parking lot, and had her perform oral copulation on him for $100. Fleer induced minors to assist in the commission of his crimes by offering money and gifts to procure other minor victims for prostitution and child molestation, and told each of his victims that the younger the girl they were able to get for him, the better. When Jalen was eventually brought in for questioning, he felt as if he would be able to walk out a free man, that any evidence that would imply wrongdoing on his part would be something that he could easily hand-wave. Again, Snapchat doesn't save messages. He had made sure that none of his victims had been able to screenshot or record their messages, and he felt invincible. He had no idea that that was not the case, though.
Hi there. Hi. Thank you very much. Hi, Jalen. I'm Detective Bratton.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. I'm Detective Kayla. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Notice the difference in tone of both officers. One is higher, warm, and friendly, while the other is lower and can be read as more serious. Pay attention to the tone of the investigators, as at times it will feel
Kind of annoyed by them talking about it in this way because it's like, we get it, we know. But whatever.
as if she was attempting to minimize the investigation into Jalen and why they are talking in the first place.
So, I'm a detective at the Family Protection Unit with the City of Chula Vista Police Department. I work alongside Detective Kale here. We're actually doing an investigation on some allegations that we have to obviously look into. You're law enforcement officers, so you know that we look into everything equally. I want to make sure, though, before we get started, that you're aware that this is a voluntary interview, and so I just want to make sure that you're aware of all of those things. And so I'm going to just have you, and this is one of those forms that they give everybody, and so it doesn't really fit, so if I just happen to cross out as I'm going along.
Okay.
Sorry about that. So it says, thank you for coming voluntarily to, and then we'll go ahead and just put the admin office.
Okay.
All right. Oh, and of course, you know about body worn. So, yeah, this is my body worn. Of course, it audio and video records everything. And there's also an audio recorder here just in case.
Okay.
Office at Central Jail. To share your side of the story with us, of course, in regards to the report that we're investigating.
Okay.
You're not under arrest, and you are not being detained.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'll have you go ahead and write it in. And you can initial or say yes.
Just
Whichever.
initial.
Yeah. And if you would just go ahead and read the next one. And then just sign right there under your name. Is that the correct spelling of your name?
Yes, it is.
All right, so just for record's sake, I'm going to go ahead and read what you did initial. So you understand that you're not under arrest and you are not being detained. You understand that you're free to leave at any time. There will not be any locked doors keeping you from leaving. As you notice, that one doesn't have a lock behind you.
Yeah.
You can choose what questions you want to answer. And you can choose to leave or let us know, and we will assist you with the exit. Although you're probably going to be more assisting me, because I don't know my way around here.
Within the first 2 minutes, the lead interviewer has done a variety of very interesting things to ingratiate herself with Jalen. First, she minimized the reason he is being spoken to in the first place, saying it was more or less a formality, that she has to speak with him in order to sign some paperwork and get on her way. The implication is that whatever they will be discussing is a relative non-issue, alluding to the idea that she knows he's a good cop and whatever the investigation is about isn't true. She then positions him in a place of authority over her as well, stating she has never been to this facility and that she will likely need his help navigating the area, and throughout her time speaking with him, she has kept a light and friendly tone. Her tone alone would put him in a relative state of ease, because if you were being confronted over a serious matter, one that could result in prison time, you wouldn't expect someone in charge of said investigation to be nonchalant with you. However, based on Jalen's consistent posture, as well as his facial expressions, this tactic isn't working, most likely because Jalen knows that the only reason he would be under investigation is because of his communications with minors.
Okay.
So you understand, like, if you, as far as like leaving, you have access points and you know how to leave or where to go.
I understand.
Okay, very cool. So I know that I have a lot to delve into, but I really want to get to know you first, if you don't mind.
Definitely.
Okay. So I'm gonna lean back and get comfortable. Just because, are you comfortable? Do you want to take off
I'm
your
good.
duty belt?
No, I'm good.
Okay, because I understand that, the duty belt gets pretty annoying pretty quickly, so if you want to take it off at any point, you
No,
let
I'm
me know.
skilled.
So, of course, I've done my research and investigations and everything, so I've learned a little bit about you, but I'd like to learn a little bit more, if that's okay. I found that you went to Santana High School?
I did, yes.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your upbringing?
Yeah, so grew up Santana High School, played sports, football, baseball. Went to Grossmont College for a little bit, played baseball there. And I got a job here. Worked at Dick's Sporting Goods before this, so this is my second job.
Okay.
Started working with this department for coming up on 5 years now. And,
Okay. So baseball seemed pretty important to you back in high
baseball's
school.
fun, yeah.
What position?
Pitcher.
Cool. How's your arm holding up?
I mean, soreness every once in a while, but I haven't thrown it for a while. So.
Yeah, no, it still kills me. I played softball.
Okay, nice.
So I was, third, short, center, and pitcher.
Here in San Diego?
Yeah, down Hilltop, Indian Valley kind of area.
As mentioned before, this type of data gathering is meant to establish a friendly connection. She doesn't care that he is a pitcher. She doesn't care how his arm is holding up. She doesn't actually want to know any more about his life. She wants to find some common ground between them. That way he begins to trust her and feels like, when he is confronted by the other officer, she is more or less on his side. According to the CIA's Human Resource Exploitation Training Manual, her current goal is to establish rapport, as a lack of rapport may cause Jalen to withhold any information that he would have otherwise provided freely.
But I know, like, back when, I don't know if it's the same for you, they had no idea, like, about icing and massaging. And
Yeah, I knew about icing stuff. Yeah.
I did not, so I am paying the price
Girls
for
throwing
it.
her hand, so.
Yes, and it's brutal, though. Let me tell you, I'm paying for it still. But, so did you ever play any other sports in high school?
In high school, no, just football and baseball.
Football, baseball?
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else in school that you enjoyed doing?
Hanging out with friends, just typical high school stuff. I mean, it's pretty sheltered from my mom, so I didn't get out much, but yeah, just the sports and stuff.
Okay, how come you say
Keeping me squared away, keeping me in line.
very cool? And have you always worked corrections?
Yeah, I attempted to go out to the patrol, went to the academy. Things didn't work out there, so I came back here.
Did you have fun at the academy while you were
Oh
there?
yeah, I enjoy it. It's good. I mean, camaraderie and stuff like that. So.
Okay. Married? How many kids?
Oh yeah, married. Recently got married this last year in September.
Okay.
We have a kid due on the way in August.
Oh, okay. Boy, girl.
Boy.
Very nice.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Were you like hoping for?
Oh
a
no,
girl?
I said looking forward.
Oh,
to
looking
it.
forward.
Yeah.
I thought you said unfortunately. I'm
No,
like, oh,
no. No, I'm excited.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's cool. And your wife? How long have you known her?
Actually, preschool. Yeah, we met in preschool. Went separate ways. Met her back in high school. Things like I was trying to date her, but she was playing it hard to get again.
Yeah.
Then college came around, tried again, and actually ran into her in PV like about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we reconnected then and got married, got family, bought a house.
It's nice. You don't hear stories that go that far back. So you guys got married just last year. Already expecting baby number one.
Yeah.
Are you still living in Santee?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you living at?
Right across from West Hills, new community, Western community.
Okay. So you're gonna have your kid go to West Hills?
Probably, yeah, over Santana.
Are they
yeah.
viral? Are they
Rivals?
rivals?
Yeah.
Okay. It's
West
gonna be
Hills,
hard.
so.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard combating, everybody else and doing that. So do you do anything else as far as for fun? Do you do sports still?
I'll do softball with the guys here at work and stuff like that. Other than that, mountain bike once in a while.
Ooh. How about video games, computers, anything like that? Do you have any-
Yeah, I'll play.
I need to clean up this fucking test, dude. It's like a little too terrible. It's just too much. Oh, that is the cord right there. Wow, I'm all over the place right now. I think we're ready. What the fuck? I don't give a fuck. Okay, I kind of want to watch the rest of this, but
The video games every once in a while and stuff like that. But not too often. The wife's not big on the video.
okay.
Video games.
Cool. And I hear your schedule recently changed. How do you feel about the schedule change?
Yeah. 12 and a half in a row. Kills you. 7 off is nice, but it flies by, so.
Yeah, and then those 7 drag
Yeah.
once you're here. So at least you're on your last day today, right? We communicated with some of the people who were like, hey, when does he work? And thank you for meeting with us here.
Yeah.
We obviously, given COVID, there's not a lot of places you can meet up with people right now. That's one, comfortable, gives us enough space, and makes you feel like that you're not at your home or randomly out in the middle of nowhere. So I know RPD is like refusing to let anybody in the doors, so I can understand. How about social media? Are you active on social media at all?
Facebook and Instagram. Had Snapchat back in the day, got rid of that with my wife. Got caught in the academy with her and some stuff. But
This self-admission on Jalen's part is an attempt to subtly deny any wrongdoing on his part, as he is now aware of the fact that this investigation is entirely about him grooming minors over Snapchat. He was just asked the very open-ended question of what social media he currently has, and he admits to being on Facebook and Instagram. He then goes on to say he used to have a Snapchat, but no longer does, which wasn't asked. He only brings it up to divert responsibility away from himself by saying he used to have an account but got rid of it after marrying his wife. It would imply that whatever activity happened on his old account wasn't actually done by him, and that if an account that had his name, ID, and information on it...
Dude, JDRA couldn't handle the hassle. That was fucking hilarious, dude. Speaking of which, let's fucking watch that. That's fucking hilarious. No. I'm going on YouTube permanently, I think. It's just easier to use than Rumble. And it's like, I know, he really is. Is this it? Yes, it is. Oh my god, I can't wait to watch this again. It's so funny.
Hang on one sec. Yo, you hear me?
Yo, what up?
He really is.
What
All
up,
right.
dude?
Hang on. Let me fix this so people can see you.
Dude, hell yeah.
Hold on, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. Pull it up.
Hang on. Nobody can see you.
Dude, this is dope.
Is this you? It's not you. Hang on.
Vertical line? What's that?
I don't even see where you are.
I don't know. Let me see if my camera's gonna work, cause I'm streaming right now.
Okay,
Who
what's
knows,
the sound
man?
effect?
We don't need to see each other, do we?
Well, I mean that's part of the fun. You didn't get your camera set up so you can do it. You can use it multiple ways.
Oh, you haven't
I'm
seen
trying,
this?
bro. I don't know
Oh,
what
shit.
I'm doing. I'm like, I'm new to this whole.
I will be sometimes doing this, and this will be off, but this is the, and the timestamp is 1 hour, 1 minute, and 30 seconds if you want to get specific. But basically, it's when you see this on the screen.
Your stick though. This is what you
Yeah,
do.
right there.
Is your last name Hassel?
I also have a vertical stream. I didn't even know that. What do you mean? Really? Do you have the link to that? I don't even. That's crazy. That's good, I guess, but that wasn't intentional. That's dope. If what I think, if what that means, never mind. It means that it's in two different places, is what you're saying. That's pretty cool. Really? That's dope. What were you streaming? Just live? Or I mean, IRL? Or like video games? Sounds alright. Oh, I need to set it up. Okay. I'm gonna write that down. Thank you. This is up. I'm guessing it's basically like YouTube Shorts style, and so more people can watch it on their phones. Yeah. Bro, what do you play, by the way? Okay. Yeah, it's definitely something I have to do as soon as possible. It's kind of cool, actually, I guess. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I like folk punk. Something that's similar. Folk rock's really, really intricate. I like how it swells like that. Whatever the fuck it's doing. Nice. detuned or something. It's not even detuned, is it? No. Seems too low. It's got a click too, kind of. It's right there. Yeah. It's kind of cool, but I don't feel like that. I might go somewhere. Be slow, huh? Really? Let me look up how to do that. No, it starts like this. No. It's like down here. That's cool. I like that. That wasn't it. Wait, was it? I gotta listen to this. I'm sure. Yes. Oh, really? I feel like it's like a TikTok algorithm almost, where the like finding things is really, really, really easy to do. So it's like trying to do like finding new things. And let's see what it is. Okay. Oh, there's that later. Okay. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try what it just told me to do. So I'm gonna be dipping for a moment. Okay. But I'll be right back.